it in a timely manner. Car, new home, home improvement, or business loans, the Commercial Bank of Ozark is here with the expertise and help for all your banking needs.
We know life can be fun and exciting, but also sometimes challenging. With always being on the go, it can be tough to take care of the big little things, like getting a loan for a more reliable car. Sometimes you just need some help that works with you on your terms. And that's exactly what you get with Max Credit Union. With convenient tools like loan updates right to your phone and personal service, you can get more done in less time. And that is something to cheer about.
Sometimes more is more. And with Max Checking, I enjoy more with perks, like access to my paychecks 2 days early, free overdraft protection, earning rewards everywhere I spend, and more of everything that makes life a little sweeter. You can enjoy more too with Max Credit Union.
Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Come out and enjoy the excitement and hold on tight right here at the Pike County Cattlemen's Association Arena, presented by Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Troy, as we bring you the Troy Bull and Barrel Bash, September the 16th and 17th. Show starts at 7:30 each night. Now, tickets are adults $15, kids $10, 6 to 12, and 5 and under are free. Also, we're benefiting the J.O. Cawley Senior Complex Center along with St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Wally Sanders Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wally Sanders Truck Line. From 1959 to 2022, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, why this T680?
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wally Sanders Truck Line. We got competitive pay. We got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home. Wally Sanders, come drive for the best today. Wally Sanders Truck Line.
Welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium, people. Neil Armstrong, Wally Lowry, Diamond Dave Hennigan on the camera filming here tonight. Want to welcome a guest spotter, Mr. Michael Gregory, with us today up from the Wetumpka area. We appreciate him being here. We got a good matchup here tonight. The 3-1 St. James Trojans are visiting our 3-1 Charles Henderson Trojans. Wally, both are the Trojans here tonight.
Oh, yeah, Neil, you talk about the exciting game we're about to watch, especially with KJ Jackson, the big-time quarterback that we had heard. I think he might be committed to Troy.
Yep.
But he has a lot of scholarship offers, so it's going to be great to see him play.
It will. Captains for the Trojans tonight, quarterback number 1, Parker Adams, wideout number 2, Jawan Boyd, wideout number 3, Stephon Mosley, and number 54 for the Trojans. This is Zamir Caffey, the 11th grade defensive end. Trojans for the captains, and the captains for the St. James Trojans is number 7 and number 70, and we'll try to get those names as soon as possible. But a little bit of rain in the area here tonight, Wally. I'm going to say it's around the stadium, but not here. Around the stadium, but not here, thank goodness. And we don't want it to rain here, but it is a sticky night in Troy, Alabama. Last Friday night was a good, cool, crisp night, but this Friday night, a little sticky, so maybe some cramps tonight, Wally.
Yeah, first day of fall, huh? Talk about a joke. But I tell you what, Neil, what are going to be your key components of this game tonight for Charles Henderson Trojans to win? What do we have to do?
Right out of the gate, we have to continue to solve our bugaboo with special teams. Now, in that said, we have been better the last 2 games in special teams, but the first 2 games were horrid in special teams and could have lost us the games in special teams. So we have to continue to trend upward in special teams. And also, putting the ball on the carpet. Last week hurt us really terribly putting the ball on the carpet. So we have to win the turnover battle here tonight with the St. James Trojans.
Yeah, and you know what was weird last week, Neil? Hey, we're up 14-0, less than a minute in the game, and we come out losing. We got to play 4 quarters, brother.
Yeah.
The whole 4 quarters.
And the coin toss, Wally, St. James won the toss, and they took their selection, and they'll get the ball. And the Trojans will kick from our right to our left. That'll be from the south to the north to open the game. And they'll be kicking with the wind as I look at the flags on the top of the post here. And just like you said, Wally, that's exactly right. Moving forward here. And here come the St. James Trojans out of the south end zone. St. James wearing all white tonight. White helmets, white pants, white cleats, and white pants. 2 Trojans going at it in Trojan Stadium.
Yeah, and legendary Coach Perry. He's the Jimmy Perry for St. James. I think this is his 6th or 7th year, Neil. Just a great coach, has a lot of good coaches under him. Golly, look at all the state championships.
That's right. And here come the Trojans, Wally, wearing the white helmets and the navy shirts and the navy pants. And yes, going back to Jimmy Perry, what a legend in the Alabama High School Athletic Association, Jimmy Perry.
Man. And I tell you, they have put together a great squad over the last 10 years down there in St. James. They're competitive every single year. And that says a lot. That's a statement for the St. James community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nick Pearson, number 13, will get it set to kick off for the Trojans. As we said, we'll be kicking from our right to our left with the wind from the south to the north end of the end zone. Wally Pearson has had no trouble putting it in the end zone all year, but the trouble is the 1 out of 10 or 12 that he misses, we're not covering very well because we're expecting it to go in the end zone.
Exactly.
So let's see what happens here.
Well, Neil, like we always say, game time, baby. The popcorns are popping, the cheerleaders are cheering, the band's doing what, brother?
Playing.
They're playing, baby. It's Thursday night
Thursday
football.
night, but Friday night football at its best.
Yes, sir.
Like we said just a minute ago, number 13, Nick Pearson, will kick it off. Back deep for St. James, number 6 and number 2. Again, a fair night here tonight, but I will say there's rainstorms all around the Troy area, just not here at the stadium, and it is very sticky tonight. Nick Pearson getting ready to open the game. He gets a big leg in it. It looks like it's coming down near the end zone, and it's short at the 1. This has been the problem when he does not get it in the end zone. This time, the Trojans get him down at the 15-yard line. This is
was that number 30, Neil?
Looks like number 30.
That's going to be Chris Corbin, 9th grader.
A 9th grader down quick, and I was worried about coverage because he didn't kick it in the end zone, and we get him down at the 15. That's a great start for the Trojan special teams. We have intel on the St. James Athletic Department and football squad that close to 15 or 20 of the kids tested positive for the flu, not COVID, the flu, and did not make the trip. So our hopes and prayers that everybody gets better with St. James. Rolling out to his right, number 1, throws it complete in the flats. Number 9 on the reception. He's good for about 8 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 2. Nice little roll out there. Good, solid, safe completion for St. James just to get the game going, get the quarterback off on a positive note. St. James with 1 running back off the right hip of KJ Jackson, the talented quarterback. 1 wide out to the top of your screen and 1 wide out to the bottom, and he comes in motion to the bottom. Jackson flips it out, the left-hander. He bobbles it up, and the Trojans do not wrap up. Trojans do not wrap up, and he scampers out almost to the 39-yard line. Wally, we've noticed that the last couple of weeks that the Trojans just go for the hit.
Yeah,
they've started a tendency of not wrapping up, and that's not good. That's not good. It's nothing they practice. It's nothing they practice, but we've noticed a tendency and a trend of Trojans just going for the hit and not wrapping up, and they need to get around that and start wrapping up those tackles. 1st and 10, St. James at their own 39-yard line. Little wing action right here off the left side of the quarterback. He pulls it. The left-hander looks, going deep. They got a guy out there, and Khalil Carson runs under him at the last second. No flags on the ground. They're going to give Khalil what I'm going to call a good timing on the shoulder to the chest right there from our defensive back, Khalil Carson. Let's see it on the replay here. He ran into him with his shoulder, but they gave him what I'd call a good timing.
Yeah, right, Neil. Good timing.
And, and a lot of times on those underthrown balls, you accidentally run over the wide receiver, and Khalil did a good job that time of not letting that happen. 2nd and 10, St. James. Another pull and throw. Quick slant across the middle. He's got a lot of green. Number 3, Stephon Mosley with the tackle across the middle, but he was wide open on the quick slant right there, Wally. We were playing zone, and he found a lot of grass, a lot of green grass in our zone.
Yeah, and hats off to the St. James Trojans offensive line, man. They are keeping our hefty boys off. I mean,
so far,
giving KJ Jackson plenty of time back there to throw.
3 wide receivers to the top of your screen. St. James now in Trojan territory all the way down to the 35-yard line of the Trojans. Little quick toss sweep around the left side, and they got us flanked pretty good. He's going to be up near first down yardage as he races to the first down yardage marker. This is Harrison running the ball, number 5 around the left side.
Well, Neil, it don't look like they gave him the spot that St. James wanted.
Looks like his toe's about 2 inches short of first down. You know what happens on 2nd and 2 inches? They going for the end zone.
They going for the end zone.
10:39 left, first quarter. This is the first drive of the football game. St. James took over at their own 15-yard line after a good special teams tackle, and they've driven it down to the Trojan 26. 2nd and inches. Timeout, St. James. Coach Perry wants to talk about this. We want to thank the Witherington Insurance Group, Troy Bank and Trust, Bill Jackson Auto, Mr. Colin McCrary, the Crease Agency, Birds Drugs, Wise Office Supply, Jones Medical Supply, and the Half Shell Oyster Bar. We'll be right back after this timeout. Hang in there with us, folks.
Wiley Sandals Truck Line been in business since 1959, and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959, and we'll still growing. Wiley Sandals Truck Line. From 1959 to 2022, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, why this T680?
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wiley Sandals Truck Line, we got competitive pay, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home, Wiley Sandals. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sandals Truck Line.
Coming back out of the timeout, Wally, you know, sometimes we talk about bend but don't break. Bend but don't break. So far, this initial drive of the game, the Trojans have given up some, what I would call easy tosses and catches against our zone defense, and let's buckle down right here and don't break.
Yeah, I'm hoping our defensive coordinator, Judge, what I'm talking about, Coach Scott Graham, kind of do some, hope he did some adjustments on this timeout for sure.
Straight handoff around the left side, and looks like he does have enough for a first down right there. And the number on the Trojans jumbled up on his jersey, so I don't see it. It's number 9. Number 9 on tackle, Brandon Givens. He needed 2 inches and he got 5 inches. First down Trojans. First down St. James Trojans. This is Cosner Harrison on the carry. 25-yard line of the Trojans, opening drive of the game. Power set they switch to in motion 2 here. Straight handoff to Harrison right up the gut, and he's all the way down. Number 7 on the tackle, that's Mario Davenport from his free safety position. And Wally, when your free safety's making the tackle on the dive play, that's not a good recipe.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of our linebackers just got pushed out and just didn't have time to tackle Harrison. Look what's happening.
First and 10 at the 11. They can get a first down at about the 1. This time they upend him pretty good. And this is 77 getting off.
Sterling Sharp.
Sterling Sharp, the 11th grader, with a nice tackle right there. Sterling takes on the block, sheds him, makes a tackle. Second, let's call it 8. They gave him 2. He earned 2 that time.
Yeah, he sure did, buddy.
More whistles. Timeout on the field. It's an official timeout.
I think something's wrong with the chains.
Something's wrong with the chains. We'll stay live right here, though. We want to thank the Alabama Real Estate Connection, Mike Shelton, State Farm Insurance, Garrett Enterprises with his earth-moving equipment and septic tank service, Max Hughes Trucking, Marco's Pizza, Preston Steakhouse, Hooks Barbecue, All-Star Collision, Bryant Smith, State Farm Insurance, Julia's Restaurant, Road Mart, Hastings Shipment and Wiggins Accounting Services, and Earl's Glass. Couldn't make it happen on Saturday morning's television without those sponsors. We appreciate them all.
Yeah, thank you so much.
2nd and 8, they got the chains fixed. The Trojans kicked off. The Charles Henderson Trojans kicked off to the St. James Trojans. They have driven it from their own 15-yard line all the way down to the Trojan 9. 2nd and 8. The Charles Henderson Trojans yet to see the ball on offense. This is Harrison off left guard. He's upended right there.
Yeah, Neil, it kind of it's obvious like last week against Beauregard. They're just penetrating.
Wally, the film's out there, brother.
Yeah, they're just penetrating the defensive line.
Yeah, this started with the Greenville film. All coaches have seen the Greenville film. All coaches have seen the Beauregard film. The film is out there on the Charles Henderson Trojans now, and it seems that teams think they can run it right at the middle on us. Harrison again, right off right tackle. This is Zion Grady, number 6, with the tackle.
Yeah, and Zion, if you see the replay here, he just shed that blocker and just comes right up in the backfield and brings Harrison down.
4th and 2.5. 4th and maybe a short 3. And they may try to draw us off sides here to make it a shorter 4th down conversion, but I do think they will eventually go for it, Wally. Power set to the right side, tight ends and H-backs. They give it to Harrison straight ahead, and he bulls near the 1.
Oh, yes, sir.
It looks like he's got plenty enough for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal, St. James Trojans.
Gosh, I thought they stopped him there, Neil.
Well, they stopped him from scoring. Yeah, it's going to be 1st and goal.
First down and goal. St. James.
I imagine you're about to see the exact same play from the exact same formation. Power eye set. Quarterback keeper, he's in. This is number 7, J.K. Jackson. The talented quarterback is in on the sneak. And the St. James Trojans take the opening kickoff 85 yards on a mix of pass and run. They started out the drive passing. Once they got past the 50-yard line, they started running it every play and finished it off with a run and lead our Charles Henderson Trojans 6-0.
Yeah, Neil, to me, just a very disciplined team. No penalties, just, hey, get the ball and go down there.
We had that one blocked, but he got shy and didn't want to get hit in the belly with the football. Number 7, Mario Davenport, had it blocked and got shy at the last second and did not want to touch that football. 7-0. Or was it no good?
Nah, it was good. It was just
7-0 St. James. We'll be right back for the kickoff after these commercials. We got a good one going here, folks.
Wally Sanders Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wally Sanders Truck Line. From 1959 to 2022, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, why this T680?
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wally Sanders Truck Line, we got competitive pay, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home, Wally Sanders. Come drive for the best today. Wally Sanders Truck Line.
7-0 St. James early. Charles Henderson yet to see the football. Again, if you missed the first drive of the game, Charles Henderson kicked off from the south side of the field. We pinned them deep at the 15-yard line on a good special teams tackle And St. James methodically drove the ball down the field, like you said, Wally. Very disciplined, no penalties, hardly no incompletions, no yards for loss on any play, all positive plays. And they drove it right down the field, 85 yards. They now lead 7-0. The kickoff to Charles Henderson. He gets it on about the 12, and he's up across the 20.
And he's got some room,
there.
Bill.
I believe he stepped out. It's just a matter of where they spot him. Looks like he's up around the St. James 49-yard line is where the spot's going to be. And a great return right there.
Yeah, that was Zach Coleman.
Zach Coleman, number 4, the starting running back for the Trojans. Tiptoes.
He stayed in. That was a good one.
I thought he stepped out. Around the 40-43 of the Charles Henderson Trojans, but the official gives him all the way up to the St. James 49-yard line. The Charles Henderson Trojans will start in St. James territory. And immediately the nose guard for St. James takes good on the hard count, and that'll be 5 free yards for the Charles Henderson Trojans on the neutral zone infraction from St. James. 1st and 5, Charles Henderson at the 44-yard line of St. James. Parker Adams looking. This is Antonio Frazier, number 20, picking his holes.
Ooh,
he is
nice.
Stuck hard at about the 35-yard line, but not before he got enough yardage for a Charles Henderson Trojan first down. Antonio Frazier, number 20. He saw the hold and hit it, Wally.
Sure did. Hey, I got to give a shout-out to Judge Matt Horn and Judge Steve Curtis there in Gunnersville watching us live.
Right. Judge Curtis and Judge Horn, glad to have y'all watching.
Yeah, Judge Horn's son plays for
Eastern Arkansas? Something like that. Frazier off the right guard. Not as much cooking this time as Parker hands it to number 20, Antonio Frazier off right guard. Give him 1 yard and 1 yard only. Nice defensive front play that time from St. James. Second and 9 for the Trojans. 2 wide receivers to each side of the field. Quick throw out to the right. And not a good play, and there was a missed block, but he couldn't block 2 of them.
Yeah.
And Jawan Boyd just unable to get loose on the quick pass, as Templin, all he could do was watch the tacklers after he had missed the initial block. But there was 2 of them out there, so really not much cooking on that play. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 2 to the top. Parker Adams all by himself in the backfield, 3rd and 10 after the 1 yard loss on 2nd down. Is this throw it up to Boyd territory, 3rd and 10?
I think so, buddy.
Let's see. And the routes are out. Parker's looking. He ready to run it. He is going to run it right up the middle. He's got his first down, not by much, but just by 1 yard of the stretch of the football. Parker Adams saw a hole, took it, and shot it, and just got enough for the first down barely. And number 1, Parker Adams, keeps the drive alive for the Trojans.
That's the thing I love about Parker Adams, buddy. Something doesn't go right, he's going to find something to go good with it.
Yes,
you know? And he's done that all year.
Wide running back on each hip. That time a little more accountability from the defensive line of St. James. They took the hard count but did not break the neutral zone that time. This is Parker Adams off the left side. He makes one guy miss. He's in almost to the 20-yard line. Give him 8.5 or 8 solid on the option play around the left side. I believe that was a keeper the whole way. Don't you?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was designed where they were, because I think St. James was like, number 4 is getting this bad boy.
Yeah.
And he just tucked it and took it, and hey, 2nd and 3.
4 minutes left, first quarter. Toss sweep around the right side.
Turn it up there.
Zach Coleman. He finally puts his foot in the ground, turns it up, hits a guy at the 5, stiff arms a guy at the 3,
sir.
And he's in for the initial touchdown for the Charles Henderson Trojans. Both teams have seen the ball.
Yeah, they have.
I will say Charles Henderson had a much shorter field to their score. They only had to go 49 yards for their touchdown. St. James had to go 85 for their touchdowns. But 2 offensive possessions, Waddy, 2 touchdowns for each team.
Well, man,
1 touchdown for each team, excuse me.
Zach Coleman's going to get the Ric Flair. Woo, baby. First thing already. All right.
Parker Adams with the hold. Nick Pearson with the kick. Mr. Bush with the snap. big extra point right here to tie the game. Kick is up. It is good. We have a tie game, folks, here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. The St. James Trojans and the Charles Henderson Trojans knotted at 7 with 3:55 left first quarter. Stay with us after these commercials. We'll have the kickoff.
Wallace Sandals Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wallace Sandals Truck Line. From 1959 to 2022, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, why this T680?
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wallace Sandals Truck Line. We got competitive pay. We got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home. Wallace Sandals. Come drive for the best today. Wallace Sandals Truck Line.
Welcome to Marriage Covenant 101, the faith-based broadcast to help married couples and singles looking to be married.
Tune in every Sunday and Thursday at 7 p.m. on Troy Cable Channel 2.
Nick Pearson getting ready to set for the Trojans with 3:55 left. This may be we were just talking off the air, this may be a very high-scoring affair here tonight. I think we may have dodged the rainstorm. Pearson gets a big leg into this one.
Just
and all the way through the back of the end zone. Now it was downwind, folks. That was downwind. But Trojans didn't have to cover that one. St. James will get it at the 20. 7-7. Both teams have seen it once, and both teams have scored a touchdown.
Well, I will tell you this, and we didn't talk about this pregame, but St. James has really scored a lot of points, Neil. A lot of points over their last couple games.
Averaging in the high 40s.
In the high 40s, exactly.
Two wide receivers to the top of your screen. They run it off left tackle. Ball's on the ground.
Did I say a ball on the ground?
They fumbled the ball. I think they got it back. Not only did they get it back, they fumbled it forward 3 yards for a 3-yard gain.
Isn't that against the law? Isn't that the Ken Stabler law? Where was that, Neil?
Huh?
Where Ken Stabler used to do the fumble rooski?
He fumbled it forward on purpose. Yeah. It's not in high school, though.
Well, that's what we need to start doing.
Second and 7. That wasn't against the law. That was legal.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
Yeah. Two tight end set. Fake this time. Good pressure. The lefty rolls out and overthrows him.
He was wide open
that
too, Neil.
Time, our 4-star Zion Grady pressured him into throwing that high. He threw that about 3 or 4 steps before he wanted to. He wanted to roll out a few more steps, but Zion was breathing down his neck, and that forced him to throw it just a little high. The good pressure from the Trojan front right there. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 for St. James. They are on their own 23-yard line, 3rd and 7.
And cornerback number 11,
two wide
Carson out. Checked in.
2 wideouts to either side of the formation. Jackson looking, straight drop. He may run it. He does. He takes off around the left side. He got a lot of room. They knock him out right at the sticks, and I mean the official put his foot right on the yard line. It's going to depend on the spot. If the ball is touching the long yard line, it's a first down, and I believe it was. Let's see right here on the replay. He's going to reach right there for the sticks. That's a pretty good spot, right on the 30.
Yeah.
Right on the 30. And I think we got more chain issues as Jackson kind of went out right there and ran over the stick a little bit.
You know, we never had chain issues when Judge Curtis and James Sparrow and Company worked those chains. You remember those all those years?
I do. And you can see right there he needs to drop that chain.
He didn't. Yeah, if that had been Judge Curtis, he would have dropped it.
Trojan rolled into it.
Now, James might have stayed on it, you know. Now, we love our chain. Yeah, that's Bobby T and Company down there.
7-7. 3 minutes left in the first. St. James out of Montgomery visiting our Charles Henderson Trojans here at Veterans Memorial Stadium on a nice Thursday night. I believe, I don't want to jinx it, but I think the storms have kind of went around the stadium, thank goodness.
Yeah, it has cooled off just a tad.
Still got chain issues here. I'm getting a text from Mr. Mike Crease said when him and Lyle Wise was in charge of the chains, they knew how to work them. There was never any chain issues.
Oh, my goodness.
It is a first down for St. James, which we thought it was. All you got to do is touch that white line right there, the 30-yard line, the first down. Dive play.
Oh, yes, sir.
And Charles Henderson is all over that one as somebody was unblocked. It was 0, Quay Scott. Quay Scott did not get blocked, and he did not miss, Wally.
And got an update from Coach Bulldog Johnny, 7-0 Highland home
over Brantley.
In Brantley. That's going to be a good game as well.
Sure is. 2 ranked teams down there. 2nd and 10, no gain on the last running play by Harrison. Power set off the left side with a little sideways H-back. They give it to Harrison around that side. Charles Henderson really bottles that one up. There was nowhere to go. There was a host of Trojans on that one. I see number 6, Zion Grady, getting off the tackle right there. 54, Caffey also in on that one. And there's a St. James Trojan down. I think it's a lineman. And we don't want to film injuries, so we'll take a timeout with the injury, and we'll be right back after this injury.
This is Quinn Hambright, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
The City of Troy Environmental Services has recently upgraded our traditional garbage trucks for the modern one-arm garbage trucks. But we need help from the great citizens of Troy. Place your garbage and recycling can at the curb with the handles and wheels facing your house and the lid opening facing the street. Place cans 3 feet from the curb and 3 feet beside your recycling can. Place cans 10 feet away from.
After the loss of 3, 3rd and 13, that was the first negative play for St. James. Zion Grady, number 6, with the sack. Unable to get free is Jackson, and it'll bring up 4th and long, and I believe we'll see the St. James punt team for the first time tonight. Number 6, Zion Grady, got free.
Man, look at
the running back. The running back did his best, but he shed him pretty quick.
Look at that.
And Jackson happened to run right towards him, and Zion did not miss. Also, Caffey, 54, in on that. 4th and 15, we'll call it.
I mean, it's just so hard to block Zion, man.
It is.
Just
he's quick feet,
tough.
man. Jawan Boyd stands at his own 40-yard line, number 2. Good snap. They get the kickoff. It's a low one. And big roll. Big roll. That ball hits at the Trojan 45-yard line and rolls 20 yards to the 25-yard line.
Now that's a Wally punt there, buddy.
Those line drive punts, boy, if the nose of the ball hits just right, it'll roll. It'll roll. And they got 25-yard roll out of that one. You kind of rolling the dice if you get over there and try to pick it up. So, yeah, you just got to let that one roll out and just, hey, pat the punter on the back for St. James. Low line drive, one you can't return, and got a lot of roll out of it. Charles Henderson takes over at their own 25-yard line. Too many people on the field for St. James, and I believe they got them. They did. Personnel issues. Did Coach Perry get a timeout? He may have.
I see the hanky on the ground.
Oh, you do? Okay. Substitution infraction. I thought Coach Perry might have got a timeout right there. It is a substitution infraction, just personnel issues, one too many defensive linemen within the formation. He, bless his heart, he was pumping it getting out of there, but he just couldn't quite make it. 1st and 5, Charles Henderson. At 30-yard line.
Here, our spotter just said, it's better you got 12.
You got 12. It's toss sweep around the left side. This is Jawan Boyd, number 2, around the left side. Not much cooking there. We'll call it a loss of 2 on the play. And, Wally, not a lot of times this year has Jawan Boyd lost yardage on running plays.
Yeah, because he's Jawan's pretty much a north-south type runner.
Yeah. 2nd, let's call it 7 after the loss of 2 on that last play. 2 running backs, 1 off each hip of Parker Adams this time. Will Templin on the right side. And Zach Coleman, number 4, off the left. 11 seconds on the play clock. Getting tight. We may have to call a timeout here, Wally.
Yeah, play clock down to 5.
They got it. Parker looking. Swings it out to the right. This is Coleman, one-on-one. He made one guy miss, but he didn't make the second one miss. Only about 3-yard gain on the play, Wally. It's going to bring up 3rd and manageable. Let's call it 3rd and 4, but that's manageable.
Yeah.
I like that play call. You get the ball on kind of an extended toss sweep, but he just happened to throw it overhanded instead of underhanded. Get the ball in your athlete's hand and see if he can make something happen. But St. James had it defensed nicely with 3 guys out there. End of the first quarter, St. James 7, Charles Henderson 7. Stay with us, folks. A good game bowling here in Troy, Alabama. We'll be right back for the second quarter.
The City of Troy Environmental Services has recently upgraded our traditional garbage trucks for the modern one-arm garbage trucks. But we need help from the great citizens of Troy. Place your garbage and recycling can at the curb with the handles and wheels facing your house and the lid opening facing the street. Place cans 3 feet from the curb and 3 feet beside your recycling can. Place cans 10 feet away from mailboxes, electrical poles, or vehicles. Please do not place leaves or sticks in cans. Do not place trash on top of cans.
When you think Troy Cable, think of a world-class network. Think of friendly, local customer support experts. Think of reliable internet, phone, television, and security for your home or business. Most importantly, think of a hometown company connecting its community. Think fast, think friendly, think Troy Cable.
Starting in the second quarter, I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree with our spotter, Michael Gregory. It's cooled off a little bit the last 30 minutes.
Sure has.
Nice little breeze. I think the humidity may have dropped a little bit. Trojans get an early start. Number 15, Will Templin, with just, you reckon they were going to throw it to him that play and he got antsy? He got excited.
Well, hey, while we got a second, I can give you the Crease Agency penalty box.
Give it to us, baby.
Update. The first quarter, Charles Henderson had 1 foul for 15 yards, and St. James had 2 offsides for 10. That's your Mike Crease Agency penalty box update.
Thank you, Wally. And now you can go ahead and add one to the second quarter.
Yeah, the second quarter. There you go.
False start on the Trojans. 3rd and 9 after the penalty mark off. What you don't want right here is an interception in your own territory.
No, you don't want that.
3rd and 9. Parker Adams looking. They blitz. They bring 6.
Open. Yes,
wide
sir.
Open in the middle. This is this is Stephon Mosley, number 3. This is Parker Adams to Mosley, 17 on the reception, and first down Trojans. Wally, it was just kind of a look in from the slot position right there, just find an opening in the zone, and that's where he got right there, and Parker was able to hit him. Both guys were actually open.
Yeah, good play by number 2 for St. James, just going low under the knees, uplift. Mosley, because if not, buddy, he'd have been green pasture all the way. 2 running backs, 1 off each hip of Parker. He gives it to number 4, Zach Coleman, off left tackle. Powers his way for 5 yards up to midfield. It'll be 2nd and 5. Another St. James Trojan. He's up. He's good. Yeah. 2nd and 5, Charles Henderson, right at the midfield stripe. Big game here Saturday. Marshall comes calling. Troy University Trojans host the Marshall Thundering Herd, who 2 weeks ago knocked off Notre Dame. Yeah, we saw Barry McKnight coming in.
We did see Barry coming in. Gave him a little shout out. Parker rolling to his right, looks down the middle, throws it to Will Templin. 3 or 4 defenders around Will, but he tried to squeeze it in there. But there was a St. James hand that jumped in the way of Will, and good defense. I think it was number 51 that got a hand in there.
Yeah.
Let's look at the replay and see. 51 was trailing him nicely. No, it's going to be the free safety, number 7, that got a hand in there. Is that the quarterback, Michael, playing free safety? Another number 7. Nice job by the free safety there, cutting in front of the H-back, Will Templin. 3rd and 5 for the Charles Henderson Trojans, right at the midfield stripe. Parker looking. Pumps, throws it. He's got a completion. One guy misses. The race is on across the field. This is Mosley again, number 3. Stephon Mosley, the senior wideout, just kind of runs down there and stops and turns around and finds the green grass. And Parker Adams hits him in the numbers.
Yeah, I tell you, what I'm seeing right now, St. James is so dead set to covering Jawan. That's leaving Mosley just wide open on the flats.
Got to give the offensive line a little love right there, too. They gave Parker extra second and a half to visualize the field. 1st and 10 at the 19 of St. James. Parker and crew look to the sidelines to get the play.
Yeah, that's Benton Dunn, Phillip Scott, Connor Jones, Sterling Sharp, and Zamir Caffey.
Looking down the seam, he's got with Templin. Oh! And somebody ran a wrong route right there, Wally. We had 2 Trojans in the same spot.
Yeah, and they look at each other.
Yeah, they look at each other like, wait a minute, both of us are not supposed to be here. Number 6 for St. James broke it up. I'm not sure if it was going to Templin or Boyd. I just don't know. Both of them had a shot at it. We had 2 Charles Henderson Trojans in the vicinity of the pass, which usually spells trouble when 2 receivers are that close.
I'm going to use a nihilism.
Come on.
Somebody zigged and somebody zagged.
That's right.
And it didn't happen that way.
It didn't happen just right. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Jawan Boyd in motion across the screen. Coleman off right side. He's got one guy to beat. He runs him over, but he did not run over the second guy. He's going to be down near the 14-yard line. Well, it's going to be about 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Here's your question, Coach. If you're short here, do you go for it or do you get the lead with 3 points?
When you got a kicker like Nick Pearson, I like seeing those numbers on that board.
Just get the lead.
Just get the lead and
all
do
right.
it.
I'm with you. But we may just get the first down right here, and we won't have to answer that question. Zach Coleman, number 4, off the left hip of Parker. Parker looks. He's going to run it. Right up the middle. He's got his first down.
Look at Parker. Yes, sir.
Number 1, Parker Adams, could not find anybody to throw it to. Great coverage by the secondary of the St. James Trojans, so Parker just runs it right up the middle. Hey, it kind of worked like a designed quarterback draw.
I think it could have been, buddy.
I don't think so. I think that was ad-lib on Parker, but good running right there, and the Charles Henderson Trojans are on the board again with 9 minutes left, second quarter, 13-7, extra point pending.
And I say again, I already said it on their first possession, man, when something goes bad, Parker can make something go right. It's just great quarterback skills on Parker.
Good snap by Bush. Pearson kicks it up. Looks good to me. 14-7, Charles Henderson. Want to thank the Witherington Insurance Group, Troy Bank and Trust, Bill Jackson Auto, Mr. Colin McCrary, the Crease Agency, Birds Drugs, Wise Office Supply, Jones Medical Supply, and the Half Shell Oyster Bar and Grill. 14-7, Charles Henderson. Good guys. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. We'll be right back.
When you think Troy Cable, think of a world-class network. Think of friendly, local customer support experts. Think of reliable internet, phone, television, and security for your home or business. Most importantly, think of a hometown company connecting its community. Think fast, think friendly, think Troy Cable.
We got a good one here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. The St. James Trojans are visiting our Charles Henderson Trojans. Charles Henderson leads 14-7, but what's going on down in Brantley?
Down in Brantley, hey, they scored with 11:56 to go in the second, and then on an ensuing kickoff, Highland Home returns at 79 yards, 14-7, Highland Home.
The Flying Squadron lead the Bulldogs 14-7. Same score here. Charles Henderson 14, St. James 7. Pearson kicks it. This one's into the wind. St. James fields it at the 3. Trojans need to cover. 1 man misses, 2 man misses, and this is what's got us. This is what happens. Pearson runs him out of bounds with a big shot on the sidelines. Nick Pearson, the kicker. Thank goodness Pearson didn't miss him. Going back to our pregame statement, when Nick is unable to kick it in the end zone, we have kicked it so far, we got to cover the whole field.
Exactly.
And we struggle on that. It's just one of these thorns in our side.
Well, thank goodness that Nick stayed back at the honeycomb hideout and got him on that play because, buddy, he's about to have 6.
And before Nick kicked that off, I was just about to tell the viewing audience this kick is into the wind and it may not go in the end zone, and you got to cover it. And that's exactly what happened. Ziggy Holloway on the return right there for St. James. Nice run back on the special teams for St. James. Jackson looking. He's looking. Quarterback.
The offensive line made the tackle.
Number 12 for the Trojans, Noah Green, the 10th grader, is in on the sack right there. Also, number 6, who else?
I think
Zion
number
Grady.
57 made the tackle for the offense. Watch
Well,
him.
he did run into him.
Look at
He did run into his own guy. He did run into his own guy.
Oh, man.
3-yard loss on the sack. Trojans now with 2 sacks on the night. Grady in on both of them. Number 12, Noah Green, the 10th grader, also in on that. 2nd and 13, St. James. There at the Charles Henderson 47-yard line. The lefty Jackson rolls to his left. He's looking. He's going to run it. He throws it at the last second. He hits number 6 on a little route right there. And number 0, Quay Scott, gets him from behind, but not before he gets about 19 yards all the way down to the 30-yard line, Wally. Nice improvise right there. I thought Jackson was very, very close to being across the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't. It was a legit play. Good hustle by Quay right there, number 0, getting there and making that play, even though he had a first down. 1st and 10, St. James at the Charles Henderson 32-yard line.
Yeah, KJ Jackson's just so quick to release that ball. Wow, he's quick with it.
Handoff to Harrison around the right side, and he slips. He slips down. Good thing for the Trojan that he slipped. He was just trying to put his foot in the ground and get north and south, and he just slipped out from under him. 2nd and 9. The Trojans had it covered. If he hadn't slipped, he might have got another 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, and sometimes, St. James probably plays on the field with natural grass, and they're not used to
different type of cleats,
the artificial turf.
2nd and 9. St. James. Play clock down to 14. St. James in no hurry. Down to 10 now. Coach Perry may have to burn one right here, Wally. They're yelling, hurry, hurry. Down to 4, 3, 2. They get it with 1 second. Toss sweep around left. Jackson keeps it. Wally, they were discombobulated. Is that a word? Discombobulated. And Jackson was trying to hurry, and they did not get in the cadence that they wanted to get, and you could tell it threw them off. It might have been a good timeout right there. Might have been. 3rd and 11. Zion Grady with the stop on that play, by the way.
Well, it's either going to be 2 things, brother. It's going to be a pass or a quarterback sneak. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. With the legs.
You're talking about a quarterback draw.
Sneak. Or
I know what you
That's
mean.
what Coach
I know
Hogan,
what you mean.
Coach Hogan used to say
not.
quarterback sneak. I
Okay.
don't ever remember Coach Hogan saying
Don't blame that on Coach Hogan. Jackson takes it, Wally, and you called the play. It was a quarterback sneak. We'll call it a quarterback
draw.
Coach Hogan, if you're watching, give us a shot. Hey, Barry's already texted me and said, discombobulated is not a word. 4th and 9. I'm going to tell you what, the punt unit's on right. No, it's not. This will be a 49-yard field goal attempt by the St. James Trojans.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
He is downwind just a little bit.
Pre-game, this mug was popping them at 50.
Okay. Well, he needs 49. He needs 49 right here. He's got the wind helping him. Uh-oh.
Oh, we got them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now this may change the game plan. It went from 49 to 54.
Again, as I watch this kid kicking them at the 50, they're going to stick with him.
Well, and also in high school football, if he kicks this through the end zone, Charles Henderson gets it at the 20. So, as long as he gets it safely out of there without getting blocked. A 54-yard attempt by number 3 for St. James. High snap. He gets it down. Boy, oh boy, he nailed it. Just barely. Off to the right just a little bit. A 54-yard attempt. It'll be in the end zone for a touchback. Charles Henderson will get it at the 20.
And I was going to ask you something before we go to break. Is it true that our field goals here at the Veterans Memorial Stadium is smaller than the standard field goals at other high schools?
Just barely. They don't move them.
They do not move them.
No, they don't move them.
So I'm wondering, in pregame, do the head ref tell the coaches, hey,
it could be a talking point for the white hat official to tell the opposing head coach that, hey, just note that the goalposts are maybe a foot closer on each side. That
I always
they don't move. They don't. The goalposts are movable, but they don't. If you play a high school game here at the Vet, You're kicking on college field goals.
College field goals,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Zach Coleman around the left side. Not much cooking there. Good play by number 4, Mr. Johnson, Wills Johnston. Zach Coleman, give him 2, but not before met by Mr. Johnson, number 2 for St. James. .425 and counting left before the halftime. Charles Henderson leads 14-7. Parker rolling out to his right. Pretty good protection. He's running and just throws it away.
Yeah.
Nothing was cooking there. Great coverage by St. James. We had 2 receivers in the flats trying to roll with him, but both were covered good. Good decision by Parker right there just to say, I'm throwing this away and we'll play third down.
Well, I know Coach Hambright, with 4 minutes and 12 seconds, he'd like to have one more score before we go in for halftime. And Charles Henderson will receive the ball coming out.
3rd and 8. What we don't need is an interception. Swing pass out to the right, just a safe play. This is Zach Coleman, number 4. And great open field tackle right there, 1-on-1, and he got the job done. This is number 2 for St. James. He was tackled inbounds, which will roll the clock and help the the Charles Henderson Trojans here. For the first time tonight, the Charles Henderson Trojans will punt the football. 3:40 and counting. 3:40 and counting.
Ethan Beard in the back.
Ethan Beard deep to receive the punt for St. James. Pearson gets it away. It's a low line drive spiral. Beard lets it bounce just like we did when ours. It'll roll down to about the 34-yard line. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back for this final drive of the second quarter.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Back to the action. 14-7 still Brantley. Highland Home over Brantley.
14-14 now.
14-14 Brantley Highland Home. Jackson looking, throwing it in the flats over here. He's got 6. Got first down yardage to Holloway, number 6, and give him 12 on the play. The clock will stop momentarily just to set the change, and then they will roll it. We're down to 3:09. No heat breaks here tonight. We're past that. The heat breaks are on the officials. If they think they need it, they'll take it. If not, we'll roll it on.
They did not in the first
We
quarter.
did not in the first, and we did not in the second. So these officials said, let's play ball. Clock moving. Under 3 minutes left. Ball at the St. James 46-yard line. 1st and 10. They give it off right tackle. Upended by number 8 for the Trojans, Damian Hart. This is Harrison on the run off right side. Give him 4.5, 5 before Hart upends him by the ankles. 2nd and 6, St. James. Ball laying right at the midfield stripe. Clock is running. 2:22, 2:21, 2:20. St. James looks to be in no hurry.
And that was a great tackle by Damian on under the legs. I love those little tackles like that. Buddy.
2 wide receivers to the bottom, 2 to the right. Jackson looking to his right. He hits him in the flats. Nice tackle right there. Open field. Is that number 0, Quay Scott, 1-on-1. That's in the last 4 plays we've seen 1-on-1 tackles on both sides. Just good, solid football right there, Wally.
That's how you do it. That's textbook.
3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 after the completion. Clock is moving. 1:42, 1:41, 1:40. Again, St. James looks to be in no big rush. I believe we're getting a 50-50 ball right here, aren't we?
It's going to be a 50-50 or?
I think so, too. Jackson looks. There it is. He's got his first down around the Trojan 35-yard line.
Man.
Number 22, Saquon Fagg on the coverage, and he didn't have bad coverage, Wally, but Jackson just threaded the needle that time.
Ooh.
Minute 15, minute 14, minute 13. Tick, 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 tick. First and 10, St. James at the Trojan 34-yard line. Jackson gives it ahead, straight ahead to number 20. This is a new running back. Harrison not in there on that play. And under 1 minute now, under 1 minute. It looks to me as if they're playing for a field goal.
Yeah, it looks like it, brother.
Second and let's call it 7 for St. James. Under 40 seconds now. No ants in the pants of St. James Trojans. 4 wideouts. Jackson takes the snap, rolling to his left. He's left-handed. Trojans blitz. Got a 50-50 ball in the corner. He makes the catch. No.
Wow.
Oh, he called him out of bounds?
He called him out of bounds. Nate, get us a replay on that quick. Let's take a look right here. Not bad coverage by the Trojans, but a better throw and a better catch by the St. James Trojans. Let's watch those feet closely right here. I don't know if that left foot was down. The right foot definitely came. The right foot was out of bounds. I don't know either. It's hard to tell right there. Bang, bang play. 21 seconds left, 3rd and 7. 21 seconds left, 3rd and 7, St. James. Jackson looking. Fires it down the middle. It's caught. Right around the 18-yard line, 19-yard line, 14 seconds left. Timeout, St. James. Timeout, St. James. Wally, with 14 seconds left, maybe 2 shots to the end zone and then a field goal try.
Then a field goal, exactly.
Want to thank Earl's Glass, Hastings, Shipman, and Wiggins. Roadmark, Julia's Restaurant, Bryant Smith Insurance, State Farm, All-Star Collision, Hook's Barbecue, Preston Steakhouse, Marco's Pizza, Max Hughes Trucking, Enterprise, Garrett Enterprises, Mike Shelton, State Farm Insurance, and the Alabama Real Estate Connection. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Finish out the second quarter.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I think, Wally, 14 seconds, 1 shot for the end zone, maybe 2 shots for the end zone, and then a field goal. The Trojans have to be being coached up on that on the sidelines right now. So Charles Henderson knows that they're thinking two 50-50 balls to the end zone right here. 14 seconds left. Charles Henderson leads 14-7, but St. James threatening right here before the halftime. Stay tuned to halftime for the Charles Henderson Blue Machine. St. James also brought their band here tonight. Jackson looking. He's rolling to his left. Still rolling. Throws it out of bounds. He's out of bounds.
He was way out of bounds on that one.
He was laying out of bounds. 9 seconds left. I would have took 2 shots to the end zone.
Yeah,
I don't know that throwing it 4 yards down the field is much of a help right there, but he was under duress. He was under duress, and what he was wanting obviously wasn't available. So he was just trying to get something out of nothing, I guess. But I can bet you bottom dollar this one goes to the red carpet.
Yes.
Officially 2nd and 10 from the Charles Henderson 19-yard line. 9 seconds. Charles Henderson leads 14-7. Jackson looks, throws it to the right side. He caught it. Let's see.
That was a beautiful
That'll be a
catch.
touchdown. St. James is on the board with 3 seconds left. Give us a replay on that one, Nate, real quick. He goes to the right side. This is Ziggy Holloway. Both kids jump. Just better hands and a better catch right there, and he's in for the score. With the extra point pending, this is Holloway for St. James. 13-14. It looks like we're going to the locker room tied at 14.
Yeah, sure does.
Extra point pending. High snap. Ball's up. It's good. 14-14, 3 seconds. They will kick it off. It should be some type of squib kick. We'll be right back after these commercials for this one more kickoff.
This is Quinn Hambright, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
We're blowing away high prices. Use Nissan, Honda, Toyota, Chevy, Ford. We got them. And they're all marked down. Over 120 to choose from. Bring home $350 a week and you can be approved. Shop PremierTroy.com or come see us. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Our story is made up of each story in our community. Max is who we are because of the lives we touch. Supporting your financial needs, whether for a rainy day or the big day. Every chapter flows into the next, and we want you to be prepared. Together, they are one epic narrative. Dream.
Wally, we got a for real football game going on here tonight on a Thursday night.
Yes, sir. And what's weird, 20 miles down the road, same score, 14-14.
Brantley and Highland home. That's right. There's the squib kick that we spoke of. Charles Henderson will get it right around the 30-yard line and take a knee, and that'll be the half. 14-14, St. James comes into Veterans Memorial Stadium, and they've played our Trojans to a tie, 14-14. We got two bands coming your way. Enjoy these bands. Diamond Dave Hennigan on the camera, Neil Armstrong and Wally Lowry on the call. We'll be back for the third quarter, folks. Enjoy halftime.
Our story is made up of each story in our community. Max is who we are because of the lives we touch. Supporting your financial needs, whether for a rainy day or the big day. Every chapter flows into the next, and we want you to be prepared. Together, they are one epic narrative. Dreams realized, goals achieved. You control your money with expert guidance from Max Credit Union. Smart money, made simple.
Take the worry out of Wi-Fi with managed Wi-Fi from Troy Cable. Say goodbye to dead zones. Automatically update outdated technology. Get the most of your signal with specialized access points. With worry-free Wi-Fi from Troy Cable, you can enjoy a full-strength signal reaching every corner of your home. Think fast. Think friendly. Think Troy Cable.
Need to replace your car, truck, or SUV? Frustrated by the limited selection? We have over 200 vehicles in stock. So check out our website, give us a call, or come by Sam Boswell Honda or Buick GMC, where you'll find vehicles you can depend on from people you can trust.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. You're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio, and Arkansas. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. From 1959 to 2022, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, about this T680?
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we got competitive pay, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home, Wiley Sanders. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Hey, if you like professional bull riding and the lovely ladies of barrel racing, right here in the Hey, if you like professional bull riding and the lovely ladies of barrel racing, right here in the Pike County Cattlemen's Association Arena, September the 16th and 17th, Troy Bull and Barrel Bash, brought to you by Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Need to replace your car, truck, or SUV? Frustrated by the limited selection and how difficult it is to get a good deal? We have over 200 vehicles in stock available for immediate delivery. And you can save thousands even on a used vehicle up to 5 years old. Some have a factory-back warranty up to 7 years or 100,000 miles. So check out our website, give us a call, or come by Sam Boswell Honda or Buick GMC, where you'll find vehicles you can depend on from people you can trust.
The City of Troy Environmental Services has recently upgraded our traditional garbage trucks for the modern one-arm garbage trucks. But we need help from the great citizens of Troy. Place your garbage and recycling can at the curb with the handles and wheels facing your house and the lid opening facing the street. Place cans 3 feet from the curb and 3 feet beside your recycling can. Place cans 10 feet away from mailboxes, electrical poles, or vehicles. Please do not place.
Under the direction of Mr. Greg Gannon and under the field command of Drum Major Casey Hawkins. The assistant directors are Mr. Ray Dennison and Casey Ferris. The color guard instructor is Mr. Wesley Hester, and the major instructor is Miss Anna Carter. Color guard captains are Jemima Foster and Jackson Henderson. Our show tonight is entitled Rock On, featuring the music of Bill Collins, Van Halen, Whitney Houston, Earth, Wind and Fire, and Leonard Skinner. Drum Major Casey Hawkins, is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Machine!
The City of Troy Environmental Services has recently upgraded our traditional garbage trucks for the modern one-arm garbage trucks. But we need help from the great citizens of Troy. Place your garbage and recycling can at the curb with the handles and wheels facing your house and the lid opening facing the street. Place cans 3 feet from the curb and 3 feet beside your recycling can. Place cans 10 feet away from mailboxes, electrical poles, or vehicles. Please do not place leaves or sticks in cans. Do not place trash on top of cans.
Wiley Sandals Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wiley Sandals Truck Line. From 1959 to 2022, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn? 63. Ricky, about this T680?
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wiley Sandals Truck Line, we got competitive pay, we got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home, Wiley Sandals. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sandals Truck Line.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Hey, September the 16th and 17th, the Troy Bull and Barrel Bash, brought to you by Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, as we celebrate and raise money for the J.O. Colley Center right here in Troy, Alabama, along with St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
What's next in your life story? At Max, we can help make it happen. You are not out there on your own. We're here, right here, living and working where you do. Max's technology gives you freedom to spend when and where you want. And our financial experts help you save, borrow, and invest. Go ahead, ask questions. Together, we'll plan the way forward. You control your money with expert guidance from Max Credit Union. Smart money made simple.
Since 1959, the Commercial Bank of Ozark has been serving our community. It doesn't matter whether the times are good or bad, or if conditions are normal or different. The Commercial Bank of Ozark is here to serve you, your family, and your business. We make all our loan decisions locally, and we do it in a timely manner. Car, new home, home improvement, or business loans, the Commercial Bank of Ozark is here with the expertise and help for all your banking needs.
We know life can be fun and exciting, but also sometimes challenging. With always being on the go, it can be tough to take care of the big little things, like getting a loan for a more reliable car. Sometimes you just need some help that works with you on your terms. And that's exactly what you get with Max Credit Union. With convenient tools like loan updates right to your phone and personal service, you can get more done in less time. And that is something to cheer about.
Sometimes more is more. And with Max Checking, I enjoy more with perks, like access to my paychecks 2 days early, free overdraft protection, earning rewards everywhere I spend, and more of everything that makes life a little sweeter. You can enjoy more too with Max Credit Union.
Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Wally Sanders Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still. Wally Sanders Truck Line. From 1959 to 2022, we'll still. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn?
63.
Ricky, about this T680.
Got a nice digital dashboard, easy to read.
Man, Wally Sanders Truck Line. We got competitive pay. We got Blue Cross Blue Shield. We can get you home. Wally Sanders, come drive for the best today. Wally Sanders Truck Line.
Welcome to Marriage Covenant 101, the faith-based broadcast to help married couples and singles looking to be married.
Tune in every Sunday and Thursday at 7 p.m. on Troy Cable Channel 2.
This is Quinn Hambright, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
The City of Troy Environmental Services has recently upgraded our traditional garbage trucks for the modern one-arm garbage trucks. But we need help from the great citizens of Troy. Place your garbage and recycling can at the curb with the handles and wheels facing your house and the lid opening facing the street. Place can.
Let's get returned to the 25-yard line by John Boyd. First down and 10 Trojans.
Charles Henderson out of the locker room, 14-14. Hope you enjoyed those bands. Charles Henderson on the 25, first and 10. Two running backs. Parker gives around the left side. This is Boyd. He makes one cut. He's hit at about the 2-yard. Scampers forward for about a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7. Trojans coming out of the locker room. Interesting to see which team made any changes, if any changes. Both teams played pretty well.
Yeah, Neil, you read my mind, brother. I was about to ask you, did we make changes? Did they try to make changes? Everything seemed pretty even to me.
Yep. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. 1 to the top. This is Mosley by himself, number 3 up top. Zach Coleman, number 4. He'll get the call. No, it's a fake to him. Mosley tips it up. Intercepted by St. James. Stephon Mosley, number 3, unable to handle the hot potato. That was a zipped in there pass. This is the Mosley just unable to handle the pass. And it'll be 1st and 10 St. James. And Wally, for the first time in this game, a turnover has changed the momentum. Let's see how the Charles Henderson Trojans react to this adversity. 2 tight end set, power formation at the Charles Henderson 36-yard line. Handoff off right tackle. This is Harrison around the right side for a good clip. First down, St. James around the right side.
Yeah, that was Damian Hart just waylaid him, buddy.
Number 8, Damian Hart with the hard hit, but not till he had 9.5 yards.
Yeah.
St. James on the move. Charles Henderson runs one running play and then has an interception on their second play coming out of the locker room. 1st and 10. They change it now to 1st and 10. St. James at the 26-yard line of the Trojans. Turnover always seems to bite you. This is Harrison around the right side. He shakes one guy in the backfield. Trojans stop him after a 2-yard gain. A little bit extracurricular going on here. This is a couple of the Trojans and a couple of the St. James Trojans a little bit after the whistle. Been a pretty clean played game. Let's hope that all the athletes can keep their composure here and have a good football game.
It has, and a good head-on up front tackle. Number 12, let me tell you, we found out by James Sparrow, our house announcer here, that Zion Grady's shirt ripped, so he had to get Mr. Green's jersey number 12. So Zion's number 12.
Jackson zips it out way out in the left flats, which is only for about a 3 or 4 yard gainer, but he threw it about 40 yards in the air. Long throw, sails incomplete on him. It'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 after the incompletion. This is kind of this go for it territory right here if they don't kick the field goal.
Yeah, I think you're right, Neil, just being this early in the 3rd quarter.
Yep.
Because they got a field goal kicker.
Yeah, they do. He almost made a 54-yarder earlier. 3rd and 8 from the Trojan 29. Jackson surveying the left-hander, zips it out. A low shot up near first down yardage. They're going to give him the catch at around the 16-yard line. It is right at the line. It'll depend on the spot. And they give it to the umpire to spot, which tells me that it will be short. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Some bigger bodies checking in for St. James. A few more bigger bodies. This will be a timeout, Charles Henderson. Timeout, Charles Henderson. Coach Hambright wants to talk it over. Want to thank Earl's Glass, Hastings Shipment & Wiggins, Roadmark, Julia's, Bryant Smith State Farm Insurance, All-Star Collision, Hooks Barbecue, Preston Steakhouse, and Marco's Pizza. We'll be right back for this 4th down play. Stay with us.
The City of Troy Environmental Services has recently upgraded our traditional garbage trucks for the modern one-arm garbage trucks. But we need help from the great citizens of Troy. Place your garbage and recycling can at the curb with the handles and wheels facing your house and the lid opening facing the street. Place cans 3 feet from the curb and 3 feet beside your recycling can. Place cans 10 feet away from mailboxes, electrical poles, or vehicles. Please do not place leaves or sticks in cans. Do not place trash on top of cans.
When you
4th and 1, Wally. Trojans making a late substitution coming out of the timeout. Trojans.
Snap it quick and got it.
Yeah. Quick snap by St. James, and they got plenty enough for the first down. Trojans were unsure of personnel coming out of their own timeout. That's not a good sign. I think they would have made it either way. It's a very successful quarterback sneak by Jackson. 1st and 10 at the Charles Henderson Trojan 14-yard line. We'll call it 13 and a half. Early 3rd quarter, St. James threatening, a la interception off a tip ball from Parker to Stephon Mosley. This is Harrison off right tackle. He busts it outside the tackle box. He's good for 6 or 7. Hard running that time by number 5, Harrison. And going to bring up 2nd and short. Mosley, number 3, on the tackle. That time Harrison did not see anything in the original hole, so he took it upon himself to take it outside for a successful run on first down.
And they still have a few yards where they can get another first down.
Number 34, Todrick Burks checking in for Charles Henderson. Second, about 4.5 for St. James. This is Harrison off. No, ball on the ground. Jackson held it in the belly of Harrison just a little too long and was going to pull it and scamper around the left side, but just lost the handle. And he's gonna lose about 3 yards on the play. 3rd and let's call it 6.5. Khalil Carson, number 11, checking in for the Trojans. Also number 22, Saquon Fagg.
It just hit the back part of his rear end and just knocked the ball out of Jackson's hand on that one.
Yep. Big 3rd down play for the Charles Henderson Trojan defense right here. St. James threatening after the turnover. Straight drop. He looks. Pressure from Grady.
Oh, Grady got it. Yes, sir.
The Trojans are on it. Zion Grady.
Oh, now that's a flag. Yes, sir.
Right there. Wally, the big 4-star athlete for Charles Henderson, wearing number 12, Zion Grady, chases Jackson down and somehow gets the ball out right here. You can see Jackson takes off to his right. Grady runs him down and the ball just flips out of Jackson's hands, and the Trojans are all over it. So right here we do have a after the play flag on the late hit, but Wally, 2 turnovers real quick coming out of the locker room, 1 for each team.
Well, Neil, I didn't get to mention the crease agency penalty box update. The second quarter, we only had 2 penalties.
Okay.
1 for Charles Henderson for 5 and 1 for them for 5.
Okay.
Started the third. We finally got one on the board.
That's right.
15-yard personal foul, and this is a nasty one.
This is number 5, Harrison, the running back. Bit of a late hit out of bounds and cost St. James 15 yards. This was after the play penalty. Power formation to the right side for Charles Henderson on this play. A bunch set right around the tight end. And it'll be a quick pitch around to the right. He's got a host of blockers. This is Zachary Coleman, number 4, up past midfield. Give him right to the midfield marker. Give him 8 yards on the carry. He'll bring up 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. As you can see, Wally, they had all types of people out front blocking. Coleman all the way up around midfield before the St. James Trojans knock him out of bounds right there on that replay.
Great blocking by that Charles Henderson offensive line.
Wally, Jawan Boyd has been really quiet the first 2 quarters for the Trojans. Let's see if Parker can hook up with number 2 a few times here in this quarter. Zach Coleman made one really good move in the backfield as a St. James Trojan had gotten free. And that's plenty enough yardage for the Trojans' first down. Charles Henderson now in St. James territory. 1st and 10 at the St. James 46-yard line. Coleman remains at running back off left hip of Parker Adams. And he got Adams looking down the seam.
Just a little.
And Jawan wanted it inside and Parker wanted it outside, and they just could not get on the same page. He had to do like a pirouette to try to get that ball. And just unable to connect. He had to turn around. As I see why Parker wanted it on the other shoulder. The free safety was looming. Incomplete.
And Neil, I think they got Benton done for illegal man downfield on that.
Did they?
So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Yeah, illegal downfield.
5-yard step off against Charles Henderson. 14-14 coming out of the locker room. Both teams turn it over in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. No punts, no scores, just 2 turnovers so far in this third quarter. Parker fakes it, hits Boyd in the flats, and Boyd, it's a race. It's a race. Boyd makes 1 guy miss, 2 guys miss. He's down inside the 30, and it'll be first down Charles Henderson all the way to the St. James 29-yard line. Nice design play right there. They kind of flanked him one way and got Boyd the ball while Boyd was moving. I like that.
Yeah, if you watch the replay, Mosley just had a great block on number 13, and which gave, I thought the ball came off.
Then again, he got in the way of number 2 also.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Charles Henderson at the 29-yard line. This is Coleman around the left end. He's got some blocks. Kind of gets bottlenecked, but he gets loose inside the 25-yard line. He kind of got bottlenecked right there around the 28, but he finally was able to bounce it outside. Number 4, Zach Coleman. 2nd and maybe 5, so we'll give him 5 on the carry. Two wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. A tight end on this side. They give it to Coleman again, straight ahead. This time, St. James stacks it up nicely right up the gut. Give him 1, maybe 2. Bring up 3rd and short for Charles Henderson. We'll call it 3rd and a full 2, Wally.
Well, Neil, do you think this is 4-down territory? Or?
I do. They need to get another few yards. Oh, no. Is that a penalty or timeout? False start. False start on Charles Henderson. Boy, that makes it 3rd and 2, 3rd and 7. Wow. That hurts.
I'm wondering who we got it on. I
think it's on this wide out way down at the bottom of your screen, right down here in front of the official. 3rd and 7 now. Now you change your game plan a little bit and you roll Parker out to the right here, Wally.
You roll him out.
5 minutes and 30 seconds left, third quarter. 3rd and 7. Charles Henderson on the march. Both teams have turned it over once in this third quarter. Parker pulls it up, hits Jawan Boyd on the quick slant, and then he reverses field. He's inside the 10 all the way down to about the 5-yard line. Wally, it was a quick slant across the middle, but Jawan Boyd felt the pressure coming like he was going to get a big hit right there, and he reversed field and made the guy miss, and the race was on to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Parker was wanting to go to Mosley, but just at the right last second changed it. Now I guess that's the design play where he has 2 options.
Yep. 1st and 10, first and goal, Charles Henderson. This is Coleman around the right side. He takes a cut inside the 5, and he is in for the touchdown. He is in for the touchdown from 8 yards out. Number 4, Zach Coleman. Great blocking by that right-sided offensive line, Wally. They really strung those guys out to the right and didn't let them penetrate, as you'll see right here on the replay. 53, Connor Jones.
Yeah, Connor Jones just took it to him,
really, nobody touched Coleman until he got about a yard deep in the end zone. 20-14, Charles Henderson, extra point pending. Parker Adams will hold. Nick Pearson will kick it, and Mr. Bush will snap it back. Kick is up, and it's no good.
A doinker.
Off the upright. The kick is no good. Pearson is wide left. 20-14, Charles Henderson leads. Want to thank Max Hughes Trucking, Garrett Enterprises, Mike Shelton, State Farm Insurance, and the Alabama Real Estate Connection. Charles Henderson leads 20-14, 5:10 left third quarter. Enjoy this commercial. We'll be right back for the kickoff.
When you think Troy Cable, think of a world-class network. Think of friendly, local customer support experts. Think of reliable internet, phone, television, and security for your home or business. Most importantly, think of a hometown company connecting its community. Think fast, think friendly, think Troy Cable.
20-14, Charles Henderson regains the lead over St. James of Montgomery. Both teams are the Trojans here tonight, and they're playing at Trojans Field.
20 miles down the road, Coach Bulldog Johnny just mentioned they have a rain delay. I don't know if it's a light. You would think it's a lightning delay, but he says rain delay.
So let's just call it a weather delay in Brantley.
A weather delay.
We don't know if it's rain or lightning, but we're weather delay.
So they have not come back.
You know, those storms went right around the stadium. We watched them. We got lucky here. Pearson kicks it deep. This time he hits the same upright. Hey, I think there was a little bit of red bud in that one, don't you think?
Yes, sir.
I think he's a little hot up under the collar as he kicked that one slam to the goal post. And a lot of college kickers can't even do that. He was a little miffed about that.
Man, Nick's leg is just so strong, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
1st and 10, St. James at the 20 after the automatic dead ball on the kick. Number 65 for the Trojans checking in on the line right there, and that is Philip Scott. Motion coming to the bottom side of your screen. They're going to throw it to him. Good design-looking play right there, and he's loose down the left side. He is loose down the left side. Quay Scott gives him a chase. Number 22 for the Trojans, Saquon Fagg. 23, Brian McKinney. Brian McKinney finally gets him down, all the way down to the Trojan 35-yard line before they're able to corral him. Nice speed by St. James.
Exactly,
right
buddy.
there.
And I'm going to tell you, St. James, when they strike fast.
This is number 2 on the replay right here. His last name is Beard. 1st and 10, St. James. Back and forth we go here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Charles Henderson hosting St. James here tonight. Timeout on the field. Coach Perry did not like what he saw. We want to thank Max Hughes Trucking, Garrett Enterprises, Mike Shelton, State Farm Insurance, Alabama Real Estate Connection, the Half Shell Oyster Bar and Grill, Jones Medical Supply, Wise Office Supply, Birds Drugs, The Crease Agency, Mr. Colin McCrary, Bill Jackson Auto, Troy Bank and Trust, the Witherington Insurance Group. We'll be right back after this timeout, folks. We got a good one going.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Coming out of the timeout, 1st and 10. St. James at the Trojan 35-yard line, and now they're on the march. Back and forth we go here tonight. Let's hope that the extra point doesn't hamper the Charles Henderson Trojans down the road right here. This is Harrison straight ahead off right guard.
I tell you
Good
what,
power running.
Harrison's just been their go-to guy.
He has.
Especially on those short gains.
Yep, you're right. Give him 5, maybe 5.5. Second and 5, St. James. Charles Henderson scores to go ahead and misses the extra point. We lead 20-14. Shift in motion here by St. James. Power set. They're going to give it to Harrison off the right side. Ooh. Number 12, Zion Grady, gets him in the backfield, but unable to get him. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. Let's give him a yard and a half on the carry. Grady, number 12, don't forget, got him by the jersey, and Damian Hart, number 8, undercuts him on the ankles.
Man, but let me tell you, when he gets those ankles, they going airborne, brother. They will go airborne. Big play here, Neil Armstrong.
That's right. 3rd and 4. St. James, 2-down territory right here. Coach Perry is noting that we're trading touchdowns. We're not trading field goals. Swing pass out to the left. They fake it to him. Mario Davenport, the free safety, intercepts the ball at about the 5 and loses his footing at the 5, but that's okay. If you make an interception high pointing the ball like that, number 7, Mario Davenport, while he jumped and high pointed it like he was getting a rebound, and he's down at the 5, and the Trojans, the Charles Henderson Trojans, have turned away the St. James Trojans with a high point rebound right there at the 3-yard line by Davenport, and he's down at around the 5, and that's where the Trojan offense will take over. 1st and 10, Charles Henderson after the turnover. That's 2 turnovers for St. James in the 3rd quarter and 1 turnover for Charles Henderson in the 3rd quarter.
And Neil, that was just a poor decision on K.J. Jackson. He should have never thrown that ball in that coverage. Well, we appreciate it being Trojan fans, but can't do that in high school football, buddy.
Coleman off right tackle. Good defense this time by St. James. He's able to make 1 miss, but not the next 3. Give him 2, maybe 2.5 on the play around the right tackle. 2nd down, Charles Henderson. 2:36, 2:35. Clock winding down in this 3rd quarter. We're creeping towards 4th quarter football here at Veterans Memorial tonight. Trojans with 95 yards to pay dirt after the turnover. 95 yards to get a score. They can do it. They can march the whole field.
Yes, sir, they can.
Coleman again, straight ahead. Power running this time. He's up near the 14-yard line, just about 1.5 yards short of the 1st down mark. It'll be 3rd and short. Trojans hustle to the line. They may do tempo right here.
Coleman again on the run, tackle by number 26, Alozi. That brings up 3rd down and 1.
Parker Adams, they do go tempo. They give it to Coleman again. He's got the 1st down, and he dives forward all the way out near the 25. Big 1st down, Trojans. First thing was first, get that ball away from the goal line, and they've done that.
Yeah.
If they were to bog down here, this would be a much better spot to punt from for Nick Pearson. We don't want to bog down, but first things first, get it away from the goal line, and we've done that.
Yeah, hats off to offensive coordinator Coach Austin. Just great play calling right there.
Straight ahead. This is number 20, Antonio Frazier, just gutting them right up the middle. Let's give him 17 on the play.
Yeah, great block by Benton Dunn. Wow, I mean, buddy, we just we're serving the gravy up front, buddy.
Offensive line's really asserting themselves right now. Frazier again, this time nowhere to go. Number 57 for St. James said, okay, enough's enough. Let me in there and get me a tackle.
Yeah, exactly.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Under 1 minute now, third quarter. Under 1 minute. Adams gives it to Coleman off the left side. He is racing to the sidelines. I see 3 and 4 yellow flags on the ground. All probably saw the same holding. And that'll be that nice run by Zach Coleman is going to be nullified by a holding by the Charles Henderson Trojans. Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to make it 2nd and 20.
Yeah, Caffey, I think, had a little too much jersey.
Especially out in the open field like that, they're not going to miss that. 2nd and 20.
What are the odds of Coleman coming up to the line saying, "Are you kidding me, fellas? You kidding me?"
Oh, I never played running back and never even sniffed running back, but I always thought them running backs, how mad they'd be after a long run. They have to come all the way back, and they don't get any credit for any yardage.
I've seen Steve Darby.
No credit for any yardage. 2nd long, Trojans. Parker rolls to his right. He's looking. He fires it out here in the flats. Got his man near the 40-yard line. This is Jawan Boyd, number 2, out around the 38-yard line. He got most of the penalty yardage back, Wally, but it's still going to be about 3rd and 11.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. Nice spiral by Parker.
Again, we were calling for Parker to start finding Jawan, and he's already hit him twice in this third quarter. 3rd and 11, we'll call it. 17 seconds left, third quarter. We're about to have fourth quarter football here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Adams gives it to Coleman. He makes one guy miss in the backfield. Unable to make anybody else miss. It'll be 4th and about 7 or 8, and the Trojans will have to punt it away. But the most important thing on that drive, anytime you get a holding call, it's just going to kill the drive.
Yeah.
You got to do something special to overcome a 10-yard holding penalty. But the main thing there was, Wally, we drove that ball off the goal line, and now we give Nick plenty of room to punt the football and flip the field. Flip the field. That'll be the end of the quarter, Wally. 20-14, Charles Henderson over St. James. We've got a really good one going. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Neil Armstrong and Wally Lowry. Tune in on Sunday nights at 6 o'clock for Sports Chat with Neil and Wally on Troy Cable, Channel 2.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back to start the fourth quarter. Stay with us, folks.
This is Quinn Hambright, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
We're blowing away high prices. Use Nissan, Honda, Toyota, Chevy, Ford. We got them. And they're all marked down. Over 120 to choose from. Bring home $350 a week, and you can be approved. Shop PremierTroy.com or come see us. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Our story is made up of each story in our community. Max is who we are because of the lives we touch. Supporting your financial needs, whether for a rainy day or the big day. Every chapter flows into the next, and we want you.
Back sports fans, hey, what a game. Hey, that third quarter was the fastest quarter I think I've seen in a long time, brother. Anyway, this is going to put Nick Pearson back to punt after a great long drive that did not capitalize. Nice high spiral.
Way down inside the 20.
Nice.
Best punt Nick's had in a while, and
sure
he needed
has.
one. I mean, there was pressure that time from St. James, too. Pressure from St. James, but he boomed that one.
Hey, update, Brantley just went ahead, 21-14.
Woo, barn burner down in Brantley. They are out of weather delay, and Brantley goes ahead 21-14. St. James will take over here on their own 17-yard line. Charles Henderson leads 20-14. Early fourth quarter. 3 turnovers, 2 by St. James, 1 by Charles Henderson in the third quarter of play. Handoff right up the middle. Good defense there by that Trojan front. That's number 45 with the tackle. That is Jalen Sudduth on the tackle. Jalen Sudduth, number 45.
Well, Nick, you had 2 quarters of kind of a lot of firecrackers, bottle rocket type of plays, and then the last 5-6 minutes of this game just been stalemated on both sides.
And daunted with turnovers. 2nd and 8, St. James. Whistles. Normally when they stop play like that, it's on the offense, but I don't know. I didn't see anything. Dead ball, false start. It will be against St. James. 5 yards backwards. 5 yards. 2nd and let's call it 14. And as PA announcer James Farrow said, they will replay 2nd down.
Well, I can give you the Birds Drug milkshake penalty box third quarter.
Man, the best milkshakes in town.
Yes, sir. Charles Henderson was penalized for 20 yards 3 times, and St. James for once.
2nd and long, straight ahead dive play. A host of Trojans hit him after about a 3-4 yard gain, and that's where they'll blow it dead. They blow it dead right at the 17-yard line, so that'll bring up 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9.5. This is one of these spots where if you stop them, they got to punt it because they're way back in their own territory. It's a big play for the Trojan defense. 10-20, clock moving, 4th quarter. Trojans, Charles Henderson Trojans lead 20-14. 3rd and long. Jackson rolling away from his arm to his left. He fires it. Incomplete at around the 30-yard line. That was enough yardage for the first down. But number 2, Jawan Boyd, got a hand in there at the last second and helped tip that away.
Great defensive stand.
And St. James will punt it away. Number 2, Jawan Boyd, will now scamper back. And last time they punted, it was a line drive shot that he was afraid to play center field on, and rightfully so. It was a knuckleball line drive shot. Let's hope this is something he can get his hands on.
Does Coach Cambright go for the block here, Neil?
No. No, you're going to have great field position right here. Another line drive. He catches this one at the 45. He's got room around the right side. Makes one guy miss. 2 guys miss. He's at the 15, at the 10.
Yes, sir.
He keeps his footing after almost being tripped at about the 7, and he's in for the Charles Henderson touchdown. Same type of punt from the 2nd quarter, and he remembered. He moved up about 10 yards, and instead of letting it hit the bounce where it would have been a risky business to try to get it, he fielded it in the air before the line drive could hit the ground, and that was the difference in that play. Was he caught it on the move, line drive kick, and then he made 3 or 4 St. James Trojan miss, and he's in for the score. Jawan Boyd, number 2, special teams touchdown.
Neil, we have not seen one of them in a long time, buddy.
It's been a while on a punt return, hasn't it? Does Charles Henderson need to go for 2 here? No. The camera crew says no. Nick Pearson in. High snap. It's up. This time he's wide right. So he's wide left and goes doink. Now he compensates and goes wide right. It's in his head. Let's hope it doesn't come down to a field goal.
You're going to be all right, Nick. You hang in there, brother.
26-14. Charles Henderson. We'll be back for the kickoff, folks. Stay with us.
Our story is made up of each story in our community. Max is who we are because of the lives we touch. Supporting your financial needs, whether for a rainy day or the big day. Every chapter flows into the next, and we want you to be prepared. Together, they are one epic narrative. Dreams realized, goals achieved. You control your money with expert guidance from Max Credit Union. Smart money, made simple.
We're talking off air. Jawan Boyd catches that punt return in almost we'll call it a half a sprint moving forward. St. James had barely gotten half their players down the field to cover that punt, as you'll see right here. And when he takes off from the 45, it was all Jawan Boyd around the right side. 26-14. Charles Henderson leads St. James 9:45 left, fourth quarter here at Veterans Memorial Stadium here. And what's turned out to be a beautiful night. I know the storms went around and they hampered Brantley, but we're good here. Pearson gets another leg into it, and it'll be in the end zone. Automatic dead ball. St. James will take it at their 20.
Yeah, we say this almost every game, buddy, when you have a kicker that can put it in the end zone, what a weapon in high school, because it's just very seldom you see that.
Right. 1st and 10 St. James. They now trail by 2 scores. They kind of shot themselves in the foot third quarter with 2 turnovers, and then in the beginning of the fourth quarter allowing Charles Henderson a special teams touchdown. Can St. James settle down and get back in this game? They're now down by 2 scores.
Well, you're getting late in the fourth. You're going to start seeing a bunch of passes right here.
Tip back. Number 45 for the Trojans knocks it down, Wally. Number 45, that is Jalen Sudduth getting up and batting it down for Charles Henderson off that right side of his defensive line. Nice play, 45. 2nd and 10. St. James with 1 wide receiver to the top of your screen and 2 to the bottom, with an H-back off the right side and a tailback off the right hip of the quarterback, Jackson. They trail by 2 scores, 2nd and 10. Jackson looking. Pressure. Fag, number 22.
Yes, sir.
Number 22, Saquon Fag with the interception. Wally, give Saquon all the credit for the interception. But Zion Boyd, number 12, pressured Jackson into throwing that quicker and higher than he wanted to. So teamwork right there, teamwork. Yeah. Pressure, and then the corner being in the right position at the right time. 3 turnovers in the second half of football by the St. James Trojans. And the Charles Henderson is almost at midfield at their own 43-yard line. 1st and 10 and a 2-score lead.
I tell you, hats off to Coach Scott Graham at halftime getting these Trojans back up on defense, buddy.
Yep. The big boys got a little early start in the middle. They're down there wallering around.
That was pancake, buddy.
Woo-hoo. Yeah. False start, though, against the Trojans. And it'll be 1st and 15. 3 wideouts to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. This is Boyd by himself at the bottom. This is Parker Adams around the left side, and he's hit hard right around the 46, 47-yard line. Adams gets all the penalty yardage back plus 3 or 4, so nice positive play right there from Parker Adams. That was the designed quarterback sweep around the left end.
Yeah, but he went out of bounds.
That's okay. That's all right. Antonio Frazier off the left hip of Parker Adams. Frazier's going to get it right up the middle, picking and choosing his lanes. He's up. I believe he's going to have it by about half a yard. 1st down, Charles Henderson, now in St. James territory. 1st down with a 2-score lead coming around the 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter.
I'm going to tell you, number 77, Sterling Sharp, Trojans, hadn't called his name a lot tonight, but, man, he's looked good all night long for the Trojans.
Adams gives it to Frazier again. He goes to the right a little bit. Then he turns it back upside. Antonio Frazier, nice running right through the middle, picking and choosing his holes. 1st down run by number 20, Antonio Frazier. You look on the replay right here. He tries to bounce it outside, changes his mind, comes back to the left, and makes a nice hard run right up the middle after changing directions after 2 or 3 yards. Clock moving, under 9 minutes now. Charles Henderson getting a little clock right here.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Trojans. Adams gives it to Frazier again. Not a lot cooking that time, but he did get positive yardage. Nice play by that St. James front that time, and we have a St. James Trojan down. We don't want to film an injury, so we'll be right back after this injury timeout. Hang in there, folks.
Take the worry out of Wi-Fi with managed Wi-Fi from Troy Cable. Say goodbye to dead zones. Automatically update outdated technology. Get the most of your signal with specialized access points. With worry-free Wi-Fi from Troy Cable, you can enjoy a full-strength signal reaching every corner of your home. Think fast, think friendly, think Troy Cable.
Need to replace your car, truck, or SUV? Frustrated by the limited selection? We have over 200 vehicles in stock. So check out our website, give us a call, or come by Sam Boswell Honda or Buick GMC, where you'll find vehicles you can depend on from people you can trust.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas. We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey.
Welcome back, Trojan sports fans. Hey, it's 8 minutes and 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Neil and I have been having a great time calling this on TC2, C-Spire Cable, and great game so far, Neil.
New running back, number 2, Jawan Boyd, in at the running back position this time. Wally, watch him. They're going to fake it to him and throw him deep down the left side. Mario Davenport, number 7, the intended receiver, but nothing going on. Flag on the field. I thought I saw a flag. No flag. Yeah. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Jawan Boyd still in the game at running back. Now he breaks out to the slot receiver on the left.
I tell you, I like seeing Mario Davenport doing some wide receiver duty.
5 wide for Charles Henderson. 5 wide. 3rd and 7. Parker Adams all by himself. Whistles on the play. It's going to be a dead ball foul, false start. It'll be on the Trojans. So instead of 3rd and 7, it's going to be 3rd and 12. We're getting word that it was a wide receiver down at the bottom of your screen. It moved just a little early. Call it 3rd and 12 here. Parker Adams surveying the field. 5 wide again. 5 wide again for Charles Henderson Trojans. Adams looking. St. James brings forward. They throw it down the side. This is Boyd. Almost intercepted by St. James. Should have been intercepted by St. James. And it'll fall incomplete. 4th and 12 from the 37-yard line. And with a
boy, they were holding Jawan pretty heavily down there.
2-score lead here. Do you just punt it down there to about the 10-yard line?
And then they should have had a personal foul on number 2 for kicking the ball out of the end zone. You can't do that in high school.
I didn't see that.
He did. He kicked it to the moon.
The officials just missed it. They didn't see it.
They didn't see it.
I got you. 4th and 12. Nick Pearson standing right at the midfield stripe. This is one you kind of want to kick to the side. Kick it to the side. Don't give him a chance to. And we do. Good coaching right there. Good coaching. And he kicks it in the end zone. And St. James will get it at the 20. And so that'll be a net of about 16 yards.
16.
Net of about 16 yards on the punt.
No, I wouldn't have missed it. I've called a sprinkler dance on somebody one time.
7:06 left in the ball game. Charles Henderson nursing a 2-score lead against St. James, who visits Veteran Memorial Stadium tonight. And while you know the St. James Trojans, those kids are enjoying getting to be able to play in a Division I stadium.
Heck yeah.
They're loving this. Jackson rolls to his right, fires it in the flats. And he's out of bounds with a completion on that left side of the St. James Trojans. He's good for about 7 yards on that play. Just a simple little rollout. You got to remember he's left-handed, so it looks like he's rolling against himself, but he's rolling with his throwing hand. And number 26 on the coverage there, that's Jamal Downey.
Yeah, the clock now is becoming a thorn in St. James' side. They're going to have to score twice to get back in this game. And you have 6 minutes and 53 seconds left on the clock with 2 timeouts.
2nd and 3 right here. He looks to his left. Oh, the Trojans get a big sack. Again, he held it just a little too long. Number 34, Todrick Burks, And also number 12, that's our guy, Zion Grady, getting off the pile. He wanted to throw it, he just couldn't pull the trigger, and Grady beat the tackle badly. And we had him around the neck. Luckily, we didn't get a face mask call on that play. First man to get in there was 45, though. That's Sudduth.
Yeah.
Sudduth is really who blew up the play, 45.
Yeah.
3rd and 7. Jackson looking. Pressure from the Trojans. Throws it down the middle. He's got a guy, and he hits him at the 45 in stride. He's across midfield. This is number 9 for St. James. And we get him down at about the 46, 47-yard line, trying to strip the ball, but the play was already over.
Yeah, it was already.
And nice throw, nice catch. The Charles Henderson Trojans had pressure on him right there. He stepped up in the pocket and threw a strike at about the 43, 44-yard line and across midfield. St. James moves the chains and more importantly, gets about 24 yards on the strike. Under 6 minutes now. Under 6 minutes. St. James got to score twice. Pressure again from Charles Henderson. Going deep down the left side. Incomplete. No flag on the play. I thought number 3, Mosley, might have interfered, Wally. I think we might have got away with one right there. Let's see on this replay. I think there was some bumping right there a little early, but hey, they let them play. They let them play right there, and it falls incomplete down that left side. And it'll be 2nd and 10 with 5:32 left in the 4th quarter. Charles Henderson leads by 12, 26-14.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing a lot of 50-50 balls these next couple minutes for St. James.
Yeah. Second and 10, St. James. Jackson looks. He's rolling this way. Stops, pops, fires. He's got a guy open. Quay Scott on the defense. Number 0, Quay Scott, at the last second, Wally, Quay made up ground. If you'll see on this replay, number 0 was beat. But at the last second, he made up ground and tipped it away at the last second. If he doesn't tip that ball, number 7 catches it.
Yeah.
3rd and 10, St. James. 5:26 left, 4th quarter.
If I'm a betting man, Jackson throws it to number 2 on this one.
Okay. He's got a straight drop. Trojans rush. Charles Henderson rushes 5, and they're going to get him.
Wow.
They're going to get him right there. And this is number 45. What a night for Sudduth.
Man, Sudduth.
Number 45. Wow. This is Jalen Sudduth, the 11th grader, just having his best night as a Trojan this year.
Exactly. That's probably 2 sacks he's had so far tonight.
And give him probably 2 more halves.
Yeah, halves and rushes.
A couple of hurries. Clock is moving now, under 5 minutes. This might be a good spot for a fake punt, Wally. You got to score twice, right?
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout.
It will be a timeout on the field. We want to thank the Witherington Insurance Group, Troy Bank and Trust, Bill Jackson, Mr. Colin McCraig, the Crease Agency, Bird's Drugs, Wise Office Supply, Jones Medical Supply, and the Half Shell Oyster Bar. We'll be right back after this timeout. We got 4:46 left, and the Charles Henderson Trojans lead 26-14. We'll be back.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we put God and family first. We go to Illinois,
Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Ohio, Arkansas.
We're looking for good in-dump drivers. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. 401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental plan. Hey, these wheels roll, you make money. If you're not driving one of them, you're driving at the wrong place. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Fellas, where we go?
Indiana, North Carolina, and South Carolina,
Ohio, and Arkansas.
Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wiley.
4th and 14, Wiley. 4th and 14, they need 2 scores. I don't see them punting. I don't see them punting. Number 1, KJ Jackson. It will be taking the snap here. The talented quarterback for St. James. They trail by 2 scores with 4:46. Biggest play in the game yet, right here. They snap it, fake it. Straight drop by Jackson. Throws it down the seam.
Oh, he got it.
And he got a catch right there.
Wow.
Damian Hart on the coverage, but not until he got a first down. And St. James stays alive. St. James stays alive. First and 10, St. James. First and 10, St. James.
That's what it's all about. Yeah. Hey, 27-14 down in Brantley land. Brantley still winning.
27-14, Brantley over Highland Home, fourth quarter. Jackson fakes it to Harrison, rolls out to his right. Zion Grady on the chase. He fires it complete. Was he in bounds? Was he in bounds? No, he called him out. He says he's out of bounds. Second and 10 from the Charles Henderson 34-yard line. 4:08 now in the game.
Man, you know who Jackson reminds me of, and now I just thought about it, Neil.
He was out.
He reminds me of Michael Vick.
Michael Vick, yeah. Yeah.
Man, especially when Michael Vick played for Virginia Tech, man, the way he rolled out like that.
Yeah.
Didn't you see Vick play Alabama one time?
What about Lamar? I did see Michael Vick play in the bowl game, the Music City Bowl game.
Yeah, didn't you ask the guy what the Saluki, what was their mascot?
A Hokie.
A Hokie.
I said, what's a Hokie? He said, you'll find out. Jackson straight drop. Pressure from the Trojans. He's going to run it. He slides down after about a 3-yard gain. Jackson slides down, and that hurts right there because the clock will move.
Yeah.
Under 4 minutes now. They got to score twice. And it doesn't look like St. James has ants in their pants. 350, 349, 348. The clock is a huge factor for St. James. Number 54, Caffey, checking in at the nose for Charles Henderson. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Jackson looks, straight drop. He's going to run it. Caffey's got him around the waist, but he couldn't hold him. They throw it into trouble. Intercepted by the Trojans. This is Quay Scott, number 0. He just needs to get down and not fumble, but he's going to run it back. And he's down right around the 45-yard line. Quay Scott, the beneficiary of a tipped ball. That ball was tipped. And that is 4 turnovers by the St. James Trojans in this half of football. And Quay Scott was in great position to get that tip drill right there. And the Trojan defense, Wally, we said it in the first half, kind of a bend but don't break scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
26-14, Charles Henderson leads with 3:11 left in the game, and most importantly now, they own the possession of the football.
Yeah, you're just wanting to go
Antonio Frazier straight ahead, number 20.
Out of this game without anybody getting hurt with 3 minutes left. And
give him 2 yards, but more importantly, 2 arms on that football.
I tell you, St. James, they've lost a lot of helmets tonight. I don't know if we've seen that all year, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Charles Henderson needs to run this play clock way down. They need to run this play clock way down. 30 seconds left on the play clock. Here they come. Here comes 11. They got 11 out there now. 15 seconds on the play clock. This will be Antonio Frazier straight ahead, right, Wally?
Yeah, all day long, brother.
2 hands on the ball. Number 5, the running back, Harrison, playing linebacker on that play and made a big tackle for a 1-yard loss. Bring up 3rd and 9. More importantly, another 40 seconds rolls off the clock.
Well, I think it's safe to say about next week. Can I do my next week?
I know you gave I will allow.
Well, guess what? We got to travel, brother. We got to go to Rehoboth, Alabama.
First time on the road this year.
Unbelievable. That's going to be a shocker to us.
I know.
But we're going to go down to the Rehoboth land and another area game.
And Rehoboth is better this year.
They sure are.
3rd and 9. Antonio Frazier straight ahead. He's got a hole. This is first down Charles Henderson on a play that was just designed not to fumble and keep the clock rolling. He busts loose for 11. First down Charles Henderson. And that should bring out the victory formation and at least burn the timeouts of the St. James Trojans.
Yeah. Well, Neil, what would you take tonight?
The take tonight is The offensive line of Charles Henderson came out of the locker room with a tie game and asserted their will against the defensive line of the St. James Trojans. That's what I saw. The running game came alive for Charles Henderson in the third and the fourth quarter, and the turnovers. Frazier straight ahead, just a clock eater. And is Coach Perry going to burn his timeouts, or is he taking them to the house?
He'll probably just sit on them. Yeah. Benton Dunn was slow getting up on that play.
Let's hope Benton's okay. His dad was having a halftime burger with us just a little while ago.
Good old Ben.
4 on the play. Let's call it 2nd and 6 now. 30 seconds left in the contest. 30 seconds left in the contest. It looks like Charles Henderson's going to get out of here with a 12-point victory over the St. James Trojans out of Montgomery. Parker's going to take a knee. That'll be the last play of the game. Coach Perry is not going to burn his timeouts. Folks, we really appreciate you watching tonight. Wally and I have had a blast calling the game. Want to thank our special guest, Michael Gregory, for helping us spot here tonight. And Diamond Dave Hennigan on the camera. We've enjoyed it tonight. Tune in for Sports Chat Sunday night, 6 o'clock. Next week, Wally and I are on the road to
Rehoboth, Alabama.
Another area game. Charles Henderson wins this one. They move to 4-1 on the season, 26-14 over St. James. Keep it cool, folks. Enjoy your weekend. Go Troy Trojans over to Marshall, Thunder and Herd on Saturday. Keep it cool, folks. See ya.
Wallace Sandals Truck Line been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. We've been in business since 1959 and we'll still growing. Wallace Sandals Truck Line. From 1959 to 2022, we'll still growing. How many years is that, Mr. Glenn?